We are about to drive 2,000 miles across the country from Arizona to Pennsylvania with me, my husband, my 2 kids, and a car full of stuff. Let's see how it goes.
Currently 100 miles into this trip right now, 103.3. Normally we'd have a reward right now, but I was cutting a guy off and I didn't want to cut him off, so I had to take control of the vehicle. We have the entire family in the vehicle. The Queen is currently holding the phone, the kids are in the back, and we are up through the Mogollon, how do you say it? Mogollon. The Mogollon Rim.
All right, I'll help you just a second.
And that's really the update right now. It's a beautiful part of the country, as you can see here. Ponderosa pines for days. And we chose the Model Y. Here's what's crazy about this trip. We have the Rivian R1S Tri-Motor, which is an amazing vehicle. 3 rows, way more space than the Model Y, except for your knees.
My knees are always up against the...
Yeah, up against this thing.
Yeah, it's not even a glove box. So
Yeah.
I don't want it there.
So in the Rivian, actually, you have more space in the Model Y up front, even with car seats in the back. So we chose the Model Y simply for 2 main reasons. Number 1, self-driving. It's going to make this trip very easy. Don't have to touch the steering wheel for the most part. And then number 2, the Tesla charging network. This Tesla just charges quicker than the Rivian. It's more consistent. The thermals are better. It's a smaller battery, but still gets good range. And we didn't want to deal with third-party chargers. There's not a lot of Rivian Adventure Network chargers, and not all of the Tesla chargers work, even though the R1S Tri-Motor comes with an ACS port. So it's crazy that we chose to go with the Model Y over the Rivian on a 2,000-mile cross-country road trip, but we did, and those are the reasons why we did. All right, so I looked over, and my wife was coloring with the kids' coloring pad. Now, do you have any advice for other mothers out there for packing their Model Y?
I mean, I could provide a list.
You could provide a list.
Yeah, if that was of interest to anyone. I don't know. People can know what we packed.
Sometimes you just have to set the laws.
Well, I got, the snacks.
Yep.
Easy access toys.
Okay.
And games. And I probably should have packed earplugs.
Right.
But AirPods will work too.
Yeah.
I like what you got going on here, a little coloring.
How's seat comfort?
There's no pigs.
No pigs.
The seat was good. I did have a request from the back row to scoot forward a bit.
Right.
Which is amazing because her legs are the shortest out of everyone here, so.
All right, on the approach here to Charger stop number 1, this is a classic here at the Gjeebs organization, because this is a mix of V2s and V3s at the Burger King. We've blown out many times in this bathroom stop. Yeah, here we are. It's pulling us in. Let's see if it takes us to a V1 or V2. Or not V2, V2 or V3. These people are all, let's see, that's a V1. So we need to go down here. I see everyone talking about home prices are expensive, they can't afford anything. But look at Holbrook, Arizona, okay? So next time you're like, oh, there's no land to build our home. Come to Holbrook, Arizona. There's unlimited land for you to develop. Isn't that right, James?
And nothing here.
Right.
Wait. There is a petrified forest.
There you go. So don't say nothing. So there's plenty of land out here. Some quick advice, if anyone's going to get pulled over, you do happen to have your wife in the car, this is the drill. James, cop's coming. There we go. This car has "My child is a superstar" stickers. Now, how do we know this? Your child's like 4. What's this? Shout out New Mexico. We have entered you. And this is one of my favorite part of the trips right here, because you got these big smooth rocks. Look at that. I just want to rub that rock over there. America's Mother Road, it says.
I have to point out that you said
What?
part of the trips.
This is my favorite part of the trip.
You said trips. One of my favorite part of the trips.
It's undeniably better when I'm alone. We'll say that. Because I don't have any corrections, right?
No, I just saved you comments. Someone was gonna...
Yeah. They fire them at me all the time.
What are
They fire. It's like
Are they keyboard warriors?
keyboard warriors. Yeah.
Yeah. They would
Plenty.
have been like, "Look who said," and I just had to preemptively say, like, I heard him say it real time.
Well, this is a real-time keyboard warrior here. This is IRL keyboard warrior, which is better.
No, I believe they call me the grammar police.
You are hot though. You're hotter than a keyboard warrior. They're smelly.
Actually, you don't know that they're smelly.
These are stupid people. Melania, she looks great. I ordered her from Fratelli's Pizza, Bistro, and Ice Cream. We are passing the Gallup, New Mexico supercharger stop. It's right over there. I'm opting just to go straight to Milan, New Mexico, because Jamie has informed me that there is a what there?
A Godfather's Pizza.
Godfather's Pizza, and apparently they have a good
Dessert pizza.
dessert pizza. So,
I grew up going there, and I've been in decades.
yeah. So we have to go get dessert pizza in Milan. And so here's the thing, is the car wanted to have a stop at the supercharger there, but I removed charging stops and routed it directly to that supercharger. So you are able to do that. We're gonna get there with 4%. The car doesn't want to arrive with that little, so that's why it wanted to stop us there. So the more comfortable you get, you'll be able to reroute and all of that stuff. It's pretty easy. And also, if you ever want to change your route, swipe down, it zooms out. And then if there's other options for the route that you're going on, it'll be highlighted here and you can click that. So it's a good tip I just recently learned. Another thing that is useful is if you're going over bumps and you're trying to hit something specific on the screen, take these 4, mount them here. Now you have stability. Then you take that thumb and you thumb that up there and your precision.
Or if you're like me, you just
you just go over here.
And you touch everything else.
Right. Good. All right, we made it to Chaco Trading Co. Milan, charge stop number 2, and we're gonna actually probably charge it to close to 100% because we're gonna go get some pizza over there and just let this thing sit, and then that will actually eliminate a charging stop. So a lot of times it's good to parlay a charge stop with a full-on meal, charge that thing to 100, and then keep rolling. One setting that I absolutely love on here is swing mode. Make sure that is on, turn that on or off. Basically, you can see how it's illustrated here. The air is moving side to side. It's just nice. It actually just moves the air better across you and you stay cooler longer, so you don't have to mess with the aircon, as Matt Walton would say. It's one of my favorite times of year because CCAN is doing their annual EV raffle. They're giving away 3 vehicles, and here are the details. All right, folks, it's the final countdown, so listen up because you're going to want to hear this. The drawing for CCAN Action Fund's 8th annual EV raffle for the planet is coming to a close on July 30th. That's just days away, and I genuinely can't believe how many tickets are still available this close to the finish. Remember, the fewer tickets that are sold, the better the odds are for you winning. The first prize winner will get to build their own Rivian, Lucid, or Porsche EV up to $115,000. The second prize winner will choose from a Rivian R2 or Volkswagen ID Buzz, or from the Hyundai Ioniq lineup. And third place is the fully revamped Chevy Bolt, and CCAN even covers the prize taxes. In just days, 3 lucky people will get a very exciting phone call from CCAN Action Fund telling them that they've won a brand new EV, and you could be one of them. If you haven't bought a ticket yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. And if you have, you might as well pick up another one to increase your odds. Now is the time, and there's literally no next week. Go to www.evraffle.org right now. That's evraffle.org, or check the link in the description to get your tickets before time runs out. Good luck. Also, a cool newer feature here. So you can see we have the ambient lighting on seafoam green, but it'll light up red when that truck is in our blind spot.
I think only if you're turning it.
Okay. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you have to have your blinker on, but he's not.
Now he's on the blind spot. All right, that's a good job highlighting that feature. But anyways, this all turns red.
Let's wait till someone's in the blind spot and then we can try again.
Well, fine. Santa Rosa, we're on our way. We're going to stay in a hotel there that has a supercharger at it. Maybe that'll be in our blind spot here. And also, if you get in a semi-accident, this lady right here will get you out. She'll get you $100 million. So hopefully you do get in an accident but survive. All right, here we go. We're going to turn the blinker on. Oh, it's red, baby. Blind spot. into the nighttime portion of the trip here. Klein's Corner, by the way, they advertise these really clean bathrooms, and I'm not kidding. They are the best smelling bathrooms in the United States of America. You wouldn't believe it. Anyways, the matrix headlights in this thing are another feature that I forget about. Basically, it bends light on these cars over here. It takes pixels out so they're not getting blinded, and then it turns back on. And it's just a really nice feature here. You can leave your high beams on, and it worries about not blinding people in front of you. There's a bunch of features that I'm just, you take for granted, but are worth bringing up. So after day one of our road trip, here's what it looked like. We covered a total of 534 miles with 7 hours and 52 minutes of driving time. We made 3 charging stops in Holbrook, Milan, and Santa Rosa, spending a total of 1 hour and 36 minutes plugged in, and we took on 151 kilowatt hours of energy, for a total cost of $61.25, and our average efficiency was 275 watt hours per mile. But keep in mind, with that amount of charging for that amount of driving, that charging was significantly higher because we were not efficient in our stops. There were some stops we were there for 40 minutes charging and eating and just taking our time, whereas if you were trying to go as fast as possible, it would have been significantly less. Let's continue on the trip. All right, first charge stop of the day done. This guy right here is smoking a fat blunt out of the front of his car while he is supercharging. So plenty of activities you can do while you charge. Really nice. Just woke up in the morning and threw this thing on the charger to charge it to 100%, and we're going to be off and running. And if you can parlay where you're staying with a charger, makes the morning portion of the trip so much easier. Ultra red, with a poodle in the front seat and a pink Cyber. Hell yeah, look at this guy. That is amazing. When that dude back there rolls up to a supercharger, he means that literally. He says, hey, I'm rolling up. He's lighting one up, baby girl. Hi, Uber for Ben?
Yep.
Yeah.
Honey.
She's stressed. On to day 2, first charger stop of the day, Amarillo, Texas. Buc-ee's. Never been to a Buc-ee's, have you? We appreciate you playing along this morning.
Yeah, I haven't eaten, so maybe don't film yet.
Okay, sweetheart. Okay, that's my sweetheart. Okay. Loading in boxes of hot and spicy McChickens will provide blowouts to thousands.
Self-driving is so easy.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes road trips
Breeze.
not hard.
Yeah. You just sit there.
You just sit there.
Listen to Thank You Next.
Look around.
Look around.
I can never drive and look at things before, because like when I look, like my arm,
Right.
one of those.
Crash.
Mm-hmm. And so now I'm like, oh, cows, billboards.
Yeah. Right. Dispensaries here in New Mexico.
Couple here in Tucumcari.
That's about all they have.
We got a McDonald's and a Blake's, and I see a fountain over there. Maybe you can get some footage of that later.
The fountain?
Yeah. We can take some.
How about this right here? Gurgit. Not only have we found the Statue of Liberty, the Fountain of Youth is right here.
Okay, for Jamie, anything else?
Yeah, can we add a number 5?
There it is. The Fantasy Shop in Amarillo. You down to go? Alright, so we have just discovered there's these 2 lakes. They're back there now. Now, do you want to announce what you are calling those?
Well, we're just in Santa Rosa. They have Blue Hole.
The Blue Hole in Santa Rosa, 81 feet deep.
These are Brown Hole.
Brown Hole. So go ahead and let's label that as Brown Hole.
You can label it.
No, I wish you
that'd
could.
be cool.
I'll call Google Maps and say. My wife says the Brown Hole now.
I mean, we just realized we're 3 degrees from Elon, so we can just call Elon.
Okay, let's give him a call.
Okay.
All right, quick update. We are leaving New Mexico right now. Shout out New Mexico. It was nice, but we are leaving. Here currently is our efficiency, 631 miles in, 275.7 watt hours per mile, and 9 hours and 20 minutes of driving. And now we enter the great state of Texas, Alexis, Texas.
Texas Roadhouse.
It's a bunch of bullet holes. Oh, those are stickers. 250, America's yeah. Our daughter asked if we're going to Texas Roadhouse. We're going to the home of Texas Roadhouse. Here's the difference between men and women. It's 93 degrees outside, her heated seat's on, and I have my cooled seat on, running at 71. That's one of the main differences. Well, we just went past 800,000 cows. There's only one thing. Addie, she didn't poop, it's just the cows. We're throwing it on. Biohazard weapon defense mode is in. Oh! Oh! Who did a stinky? Did Mama?
No.
No. The cows did, that's right. Go. Time for the percolator. Cashmere got us.
So bad.
There it is, Big Texan, home of the free 72-ounce steak. If you don't finish it, you pay for it. This lady's been talking to me for several miles now. I think I need to go hear what secret she has. You want to go to Buc-ee's? No Buc-ee's. No one in America says that. Buc-ee's Amarillo.
No!
Look at him.
No!
Don't you love Buc-ee?
No, just
You don't want Buc-ee?
Bucky's a boat.
Bucky's a beaver.
Here we go, pulling into a bunch of V4s. Look at the Rivian with the sport 22-inch Sport Brights. God, that looks good. Miss my R1T, but look at this. We are stacked up. The pink Cybertruck is also here. Lena, there's a pink car right up here. So if you guys have watched the channel for a while now, you'll know I used to do this road trip solo. So it's interesting now, you know, we've grown a family, we've grown the YouTube channel, and it's just a really cool thing to be able to share this with them. It's funny how life evolves, and luckily I've been able to record it all on camera. Look what Buc-ee's pays. No experience necessary. GM making 200 to 275. God bless.
My mom says
President of Buc-ee's is here.
let's go.
It's yummy. Is there sauce on it?
There's some type of sauce on it.
Okay, that's good.
Someone had a little bit of booze here. We'll go ahead and toss that out. Right? They littered, huh? It's not good. One of my favorite charge stops on the trip here, the old Conoco gas station, Route 66. You can go in here. It's actually a little diner now, Shamrock, Texas. So these chargers have been here for the past probably 6 years, maybe even longer. They're still V2 chargers, so only 150 kilowatts, but that's fine. And then also they've added all of these local businesses on this wall here, so everyone will come charge and then maybe go spend money at one of those businesses. So this has always been one of my favorite stops just because it's an old reconditioned building. So this is the part of Tesla road trips to where you would probably never stop here for any extended amount of time and see this. So you're able to spend a little bit of time here on these older chargers, see a cool site, and then move on. Now, again, is it the fastest way to get across the country? No, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it. And I think it's just a cool stop. You get to see some places, and that's it, back to war. Okay, so that charge stop is complete. Here's where I get a little bit confused. So we have 238 miles of range. If we go over to here, our average 178 miles of range projected based on how we're driving. And it says we're gonna go in 166 miles, we will drain the battery from 86% all the way down to 1%, and says stay below 70 to reach destination. Now, here's the nice thing, is it coaches you on exactly what to do if you're gonna be running it tight. I know we're going to be fine. It must be a headwind. Look at this tree. The tree's been getting wind for so long that they're bent over. So it must be a headwind that is making this an issue, but just interesting. It's at few miles, that much miles getting shaved off. Shout out to the Texas police. Oklahoma, baby. Texola. There's no baby? Oh, I'm sorry. No baby. Exit 1 in Oklahoma, no baby. More information here, and just, I stayed in that Days Inn, by the way. There's a Electrify America chargers right there. Stayed there. Anyways, some more information here. Look how it's in the Energy app. Then you go right here, it says this route is typically driven at 73, slow down by 5 miles per hour to save 5.5% for the rest of this trip. An 11.4 mile per hour wind from the south is costing 2%. So it's just really good information that they have built into here, not only to coach you, but to tell you exactly what's going on with the vehicle. But we'll just continue at 80. As we enter the center, Jesus is the answer to all your problems. Folks, I don't know if that's true, but I do know that if you exit now, you will arrive at Hutch's. And they sell hot dogs and hot food 24 hours a day. She's from Texas, I can tell. Interesting charger here. It's the first time I've ever gone to a non-Tesla branded Tesla supercharger, brought to you by Francis Energy here. So we're getting that Francis Energy juice up in Oklahoma City. There's only 4 stalls here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. And then this, whatever that is. So yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma City, getting charged up. All right, halfway point. We are 1,015 miles into the trip. We are still together. We are still together. Yeah, we fed her, so you know, as long as she's fed, she's happy. Yeah, 293 watt hours per mile. So that equates to about 270 miles of range out of the battery pack in the Model Y premium all-wheel drive. So yeah, it's kind of what you expect at highway speeds. Is basically all highway driving we've been doing at 65, 70, 75, 80 miles an hour. Speed limit 75 here. So that's kind of what you can expect. You're not going from 100% to 0 every time. So again, realistically, it's like every 2.5-ish hours to 3 hours, you're pulling over and charging. And all of our charge stops so far, look at that person. They have to drive their Lexus. How unfortunate. So yeah, just it's been smooth so far. No issues, even with 2 kids under the 2 and a 3-year-old, but we've been doing well. Hey, what do you think, Barbie? How did it go? Here's what we did on day 2. 533 miles of driving, 5 charging stops across Santa Rosa, Amarillo, Shamrock, Oklahoma City, and Jenks, spending a total of 2 hours and 23 minutes plugged in, and our total cost was $68.76. Our average efficiency for the day was 311 watt hours per mile, which is really high, but that's because we're going high speeds in Oklahoma and Amarillo, Texas, really high speed highways. And again, we were not being efficient on those stops. At Amarillo, Texas, we were there for I don't know how long at Buc-ee's, not worried about how long we were going to be there. We knew the car would be charging. We were eating and comfortable. So the charging times are inflated here, but we could have been significantly quicker. Back to the road trip. All right, so on to day 3. Day 3, we covered 575 miles. We made 4 charging stops across Joplin, St. Robert, Collinsville, and Terre Haute, spending a total of 1 hour and 49 minutes plugged in. We took on 170 kilowatt hours of energy for a total cost of $59.51. Our average efficiency was slightly better at 279 watt hours per mile. Now on to day 4. One of my favorite charging stops in the country, the Hard Rock in Tulsa Hotel and Casino. I always charge up there, gamble a little bit. It's just a nice place, and there's a golf course and everything. So the chargers are right here, and there's like a driving range here. So yes, there's chargers. And there's plenty of places to eat over there. So gamble, charge, and then blow out of Oklahoma as Luke Combs. Look at that, the Lord's coming down right over here. I was given a free sandwich at, what's it called? Starbucks. And our children ate it. I didn't even get it.
They saved you some.
That's great. Throw it out the window.
They ate the bacon.
Is it littering if we throw this out the window? So I always like to click on these little landforms here. So I clicked on Devil's Promenade Bridge, and it said, it's an all right park. I like going down there and playing with some RC cars, but more than not, there's always some drunk idiots down there causing problems. So I usually don't even go. I mean, I just appreciate that real review. Missouri. We're in you, baby girl. Look at this. We got a sniper rifle billboard as soon as we enter. Next charging stop here is at the Petro here. Look at this, Blimpie. It's like Times Square right there. All right, so we stopped here in Missouri at the Petro. Also, one of the things that I installed before this road trip was this brush guard here from T-Parts. You like looking at the brush guard? Yeah. So we installed this brush guard from T-Parts, and basically it keeps all of the junk out of there while still letting air get through, and then I can just remove it and clean it off. So I'm a big fan of this upgrade. I'll have a link to this for tparts.com, and then code Gjeebs will give you a nice discount there. So yeah, do you like that? Okay. Can you say code Gjeebs? How do you say it? Go ahead, say code Gjeebs. Okay. All right, so this is the inside of the place that we just stopped at. It's absolutely huge. This is only one section
It goes all the way over there. There's a Taco Bell, McDonald's. It has it all. We can get a mattress in here. Look at this. Tesla mattress. Met a proud member of the Gjeebs organization, happy shareholder. Wanted to show you the pack out we have on this thing. So we have sub trunks full, we have the back full here, and then the front is full, and there's also stuff, you know, we got Mini came with us, and a bunch of stuff in the back here. So it is a small vehicle when you have a family of 4, but that's when you're traveling. Like if you're just doing your day-to-day stuff, it's pretty good. There she is. Never in my life have I seen this on an Uncrustable. There's crust. Anyways, so this is a one-off. Let's taste that.
To be fair, it's not like the Uncrustable brand. What is it? Crust off.
Crust off, right. So I guess you should expect a little bit of crust.
Yes.
With the crust offs. Not this time, you little rat. We're passing through Springfield Buc-ee's. We've opted for Taco Bell. We're trying to watch our health. And you found us, you win, okay? I think they have Mercedes Alpatronic chargers there. I don't think there are Tesla chargers at that location. Can't see. Anyways. 2 men in a truck. Bring your wives. Not when I'm done with them. Absolutely not. All right, so this is extremely rare, but it does happen. There's a wait at this supercharger in St. Roberts, Missouri. So these are all V4s here. You got the Cyber Beast pulling in. You got a Rivian down there hogging it up. But there is going to be a slight wait here, which almost never happens, but it's the 5th of July, heavy travel day, and we just have to wait at this one. Also, shout out to Colton's here, Steakhouse and Grill. You can see here, there's a line starting to back up right along here, but it is quick, and then you're off to the next station. I had to pull over here. I'm going to wash the windshield off and get going. Okay. Hit a little traffic here outside of St. Louis, and I saw the clouds were dark up ahead. Checked up here, looks like we're going to be hitting a storm coming up. And it's actually, I mean, just again, another nice feature of the vehicle. You know exactly where you're heading toward. You can see all the traffic. And the thing about the traffic is it's not really bothering me because the car is driving it for me. All right, so we just went through a little rainstorm there. Had some degradation in the FSD because I put the auto wipers on setting 1 because they were going too frequently, but then that degraded the camera visibility, so it kicked me out of FSD. It also said maximum speed reach because of poor road conditions, and last night I used FSD in the rain as well. So I got some experience. It was fine, but some warnings do come up and it does degrade. It says it degrades, just basically telling you to pay attention more than you normally would. I really haven't had any issues with it. Just don't put your water wipers on auto, because it will kick you out of FSD. But overall, it worked pretty well. I'll tell you what, these people are disgusting. There it is, folks. The Arch. Taking my wife and kids to the Arch, to a little place called the Old Spaghetti Factory. We're gonna show them where spaghetti was born. Old Spaghetti Factory in St. Louis here. Highly recommend this stop. Really cool building. Always nice when another Tesla parks by you, because then you got like 18 cameras worth of security. So shout out to this guy. Nice little 8 spot here at Casey's. These have all been updated to 250s. So this is all a really nice, they actually have good pizza in there too, by the way. It doesn't make you blow. Good prices. That's the power of the Home Depot. Yeah, so nice little charge stop here. I've been coming to this one for years. And again, it's boring. It works well. There's also, they've got this little trash can, and you can clean your windshield off here. So it's excellent. It's exactly what it needs to be, and it consistently works. We're doing great, folks. This used to be an ugly place. Now it's beautiful. Look at it. Isn't that great? All right, James, we've been in this car now for 1,786 miles with 2 children and a car full of stuff. Let's start out. What's the good?
As the driver, it's fairly relaxing because I'm not, I'm watching, but I'm not having to like have the stress of going around trucks and changing lanes. Like the car does it all, and so that makes a huge difference. I can like enjoy the scenery of the whole country.
What about, you said about suspension in comparison to the old one?
Yeah, first trip, I had to sit in the back of the plane because she was an infant, and every little bump, it was like painful. Like it was kind of the joke of the trip was like, oh, here comes another one, heads up, and it hurt.
It was brutal.
It was brutal. It was rough, and that was even with the new suspension on
That
it.
was with the unplugged suspension.
Yeah.
Because the suspension helped, but it's all about all of the other things that they build into the vehicle to reduce NVH. So
That's what I said.
That's what you were thinking.
Yeah. So this has been very smooth. It's been great. I normally have I've been having some back issues. I've not had any back issues sitting in the car or anything. Normally by now my back would be screaming at me.
Your back would be blown out.
It'd be blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah, some would say. So no, it's been really nice. It's comfortable.
And what's been the bad, if any? Like do you wish it had more range? Like, obviously we'd like it to be bigger.
Well, yeah, a little bit more space would be good just because we got a lot of stuff. More range would be nice because then you're not stopping as often. But we kind of need to stop anyway so that everyone can stretch and get out. The only other thing bad is that the kids always need stuff, so you got to turn around,
But then
and
the
that's
car
hard to
is
do.
driving it is hard to do.
I don't know if it's because the bolstering makes it hard to.
And it's unfortunate you have this
Yeah.
T-shirt on because otherwise we could show the Sydney Sweeney rebound effect on the suspension.
Well, my tank top's like high neck, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to see it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
But
Next cross country road trip.
At this Wawa here, we have both Iona chargers, which are beautiful. I actually never charged at them yet, but I know they're excellent. And then we have the Tesla V4s over here. So really nice charging stop. Also, there's a truck stop here, nice pathway for the truckers, recycling, trash, all that stuff right into a Wawa. But the Wawa lost power last night, so there's like no food in there right now. But that'll be fixed by the time this video is live. And this guy has the Baymax inside of his vehicle.
OH, we're here, baby. First time ever charging here at Iona. They got the wiper there. The Queen is here. Trash bin. And they got these NAX chargers very clearly labeled. You can even see it from the road as you're driving up. And then you got your CCS over there. And we're charging up at only 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So there's your NACS plug here. And then you have on the screen your rate. They're moving merch on here. It's actually a sick hoodie. 38 cents per kilowatt hour, so very reasonable price. This has been awesome, and it's at a Sheetz. And you know my move at Sheetz is to get a hot dog with bacon and cheese, and then you end up in the hospital in 12 hours. So yeah, this has been an excellent thing. You plug your car in first. You come here, I did tap to pay on the phone. It immediately started charging. So huge fan of Iona and loved it. They're actually put one of these in Tempe, Arizona, near me. So charging bay canopy arriving early 2025. Well, it's 2026 mid, and it looks like the canopy is still not arrived, or they shipped it over there. But anyways, awesome experience at Iona. Little V4 here with the weed whacker extender. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. You grip it and stick it. Look at that. What on earth? Gotta love this. A Corolla just in the rear. I thought he was gonna drive up the ramp for a second. In a construction zone. Can't help himself. Just has to be in the bed of the truck. In fairness, maybe the truck should be in the right lane, but also, you know, why make it worse? All right, West Virginia. Passing through. Quick pit stop. Home of the coal workers. And one of the finest country songs ever written. Take me home, baby.
All right, so day 4 is complete, and we've also completed the entire journey, so this is what happened. Across this 4-day trip, we covered a grand total of 2,096 miles, and in 2,096 miles, that was 15 charging stops, spending 6 hours and 40 minutes plugged in. The total cost for charging over 2,000 miles was $221.38, and we got an average efficiency of 284 watt-hours per mile, which for highway speeds is actually pretty good, plus the heat and going into headwinds and everything like that. So
$221.38 to drive all that distance was not bad at all. And like I said, with that charging time of 6 hours and 40 minutes, it would be significantly less if you didn't have kids and if you were just trying to be as efficient as possible at each of those stops. Throughout this road trip journey, I've used a ton of accessories, and I have a video right here showing all of the most useful accessories for your Tesla Model Y. Check this video out right here and make sure you are subscribed to the channel.